Hello.
Hi, you guys.
Hi there.
Oh my gosh, it's so good to
Good.
see your faces. First of all, I just want to thank you guys for taking the time out to talk to me, and also congratulations on the film. I feel like it's at least as much your movie as it is mine, maybe much more. The biggest thing, and I asked people on Instagram to sort of like send questions if they had any. Seems like the overarching one is, what was your experience of watching the film?
Well, for me personally, I have to admit it's really weird because even when he filmed like all these family movies, he made me watch them. I don't like watching myself at all. So I have to say I probably watched 2% of everything.
Are you telling me that I've seen much more of your home movies than you have?
Yes. it was I guess the most fascinating thing for me was that somebody actually took the time to go through this immense amount of footage. And then, like I said, and because he films like all these weird things, like me spraying the carpet, I don't even know why I sprayed the carpet. Like now it looks like I set the house on fire. I'm like, I didn't even know he filmed this, and then I'm thinking, how on earth did he? That had to be like a 5-second scene. Like, how did you even pick that up? Like, to me, that was like, what?
Yeah, how lucky was that?
So it was really cool. I really enjoyed like the whole sequence of like totally out of context. Like, it's absolutely everything was taken out of context and put back together as a whole new puzzle piece that looks beautiful, and then you hang it on the wall kind of thing. It was, to me, it was mind-blowing that could even like happen.
It's kind of interesting because it's like a keepsake. On the one hand, it's like, yeah, this is great. It's like, the highlights of this period of our life. Like, oh, we did that. That's right. I remember that marshmallow camp out and all that. And then at the same time, you impose this other narrative that's so out there, and it's like, wow, this is exciting.
Yeah.
Gary, did you watch like every bit of it, or you had a similar?
Part of it I didn't censor myself, so I would capture everything, and including moments that maybe I'm thinking, well, they're kind of embarrassing, but I did it anyway, and I just posted it in mass, and then I would bounce it up right onto YouTube. Yeah, there's stuff on there that even I'm amazed, like, oh, it was still filming while I did it.
So when a cut happens, is it because you pressed record and then pressed record again? Or was there some additional software?
No, it was press record, stop, press record. That's just because I paused it and then I pushed record again.
What do you feel like are like the biggest differences between the way that you guys are portrayed in the film and the way you actually are in real life, excepting the obvious one that you're not, arsonists?
But don't we just wish we could burn this place down? No, I'm kidding. It's hard to say that it's not real because we actually we did these things. It's just almost like putting a different spin on it.
I think we're portrayed as kind of, I'm not going to say deplorables, but people who the Walmart scene, all these things. It makes you sometimes think, wow, it could be very easy to be stereotyped, and we're not that. I'm pretty liberal. She's green, European green, and the Green Party kind of to the left, and so we try to stay open-minded. But these people that are portrayed in the movie, the way we're portrayed, because I almost distance myself. Those people aren't us. That they don't seem like they're open-minded at all. They're just short-sighted, and that's the art. I mean, that's the mastery of what you've done. It really, really works.
Were there any things that you looked at that you were kind of like, I guess that is true about me? Seeing it all back to back, maybe I am a little this way or that way.
Well, from my end, I've always been a little bit ornery, so the camera can be ornery too. Some of the zooming in and stuff, like zooming into my wife, it's just like, ooh, but there's a voyeuristic quality to videos in general. You watch things on YouTube, and you could be in the shadows and watch something, and I think you hold a mirror up to some things that maybe we don't focus on because we don't want to focus on about ourselves. Okay.
I don't know.
I gotta get the green light. What do you think?
What do you think? I don't maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really try to take myself that seriously. So so the things that did get make the cut that I say, I say. So it's. I mean.
What are some of those things, Gary, that you felt like they hold a mirror up?
Well, I would say things like, at the beach scenes. The beach is a very sensual place just by its nature. The waves, the sound of the waves, visually sensual. The lack of clothing for most people. There's a liberation there. So I mean, I'm implying, I'm not talking about Woodstock, but I'm saying the beach is a place where I think for filming, especially from a guy's perspective, maybe you can do a panoramic, and you can get all kinds of visual sensations, and I'm not even sure there's a word for it, but erotica is not the word. But my wife's about to
We're not going to the beach ever again.
No. But visually, it is a sensuous place, and I'm saying, holding your ears, where you have the boardwalk, and you have consumerism run amok. I mean, a capital visual stimulation of all the logos of any kind of gathering place like that, where you have commercialism and you have the sensualism of beach and the environment. I think that
Yeah, but I think the movie in itself is like a really good representation of the people that we quote unquote portray in the movie could really be anybody watching it at any given time. So it is kind of turning it around and making people realize that this could be you.
I forget when exactly, but it seems like you film a lot less now and you post a lot less, Gary. Has it made you guys more kind of reluctant to post things online, or more careful with your information?
Not at all. I was never cultivating a brand, so it's not like there's
Right.
an image that's going to be damaged or anything like that. There got to be a point where I felt the camera remove me by one step from reality. When I hold the camera up, it created a distance that was artificial. So I started filming less and less because I just wanted to be in the moment. And if you have a camera in somebody's face, you still are looking through a lens or something that separates you from the absolute, genuine quality of that moment.
What would you say to the screenings that we've had where people say, "What you've done is horrible. How could you paint these people this way? Aren't they livid?" What would you say to those people?
I don't feel exploited, so I don't. We are all on board in the sense that we're supportive and we want it to succeed. So yeah, I just feel lucky. Not
Everybody's gonna have a different perspective on it. It's just like with any other movie. That's how I look at it. Like, it's art.
It's art. Yeah, it's art. I mean, I used to be in a band. Oh,
my
we're not going to go
God.
there. She hates my music. I used to sing and write songs.
Right.
Who wants to do art and have no one experience it? So you want to put it out there, and the risk, and it was never about reward. It was the idea, well, maybe someone else can enjoy it. That's not even recognition. Just the idea that maybe someone else can enjoy what you created, that was sufficient. I used to write poetry and stuff when I was younger, and my little brother, he would memorize my poems. And it's just my little brother. But he would be able to recite them at family events and stuff. It was the biggest ego trip that this guy looked up to me enough to even memorize it. So I started thinking, wow, wouldn't it be great to have people, enjoy your art if you were an artist, and have that,
Yeah.
So anyone who's into art, or anyone who's an artist, wants to have that kind of exposure. And what was that cliche? I mean, there's no such thing as bad press. I mean, if you can be controversial and people are talking about you, that's a good thing. Even if it's not like ideal in the sense that it's positive press can still be good.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If somebody's talking about you, that means you're still a player. So,
I have to say, talking to you guys now, I think I'm realizing how lucky I am that I stumbled across a family that, even though you guys maybe aren't professional artists, but you both seem to have a real respect and love for art, and a recognition of a value for art. Whereas I would say 99% of people probably would not have seen a value in what we were trying to do, and would have just been like, I don't know what this is, I don't want to be a part of it, forget it. And I want to thank you guys for that, truly.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. We feel privileged. I think that's the word. Lucky is a better word.